In this video, I'll show you how you can use the Ensemble music scheduling software in DAD to play specific types of audio cuts from a group and how to schedule those things. So I want a specific attribute. Let's take, for example, this clock, this 60-minute clock of content for a radio station. I've got a world music program, and I've got underwriting at the top, and I've got some commercial breaks and everything. What I want to do is take these station IDs that play with sort of the teal color. I want to make sure that those have a specific attribute so I can play back very specific content. For example, I've got a group filled with station IDs, but some of them are generic for the whole station. Some of them are for specific programs like world music, jazz, local music, etc. I want to be very specific about which types of attributes are playing at what time. So I've got an ID scheduled, but no specifics about it. It would just pull something random, and it might be something that's inappropriate, like a reggae ID playing during the World Music Show. So I'm going to place the specific song attribute on top of what it's going to be attributed to. So in this case, the ID, and it'll go right underneath it. It's by default giving me some information here, but what I want to do is make sure that the attribute is going to be the genre, and I can always just double check these things by looking in my library here. I'm going to look through the IDs section, and I'm going by genre. So I've got different genres of things. So the attribute type is going to be genre, and here's where I say, well, it equals that, it contains this word, it is less than or equal to if we were doing things like beats per minute or something like release date. What I want to do is keep it as genre equals, in this case, I want it to be world music. Because if I go back to my library and I look through and I sort by genre and I go down to world music, I've got all of these different show IDs specifically for that content. Now you have to make sure that it's spelled and capitalized exactly the same. So world music, 2 words, capitalized on the first letter. And I'm looking back here and making sure that I write exactly that. I like to copy what I'm putting in here so that I can just easily paste the correct thing instead of potentially misspelling things. But again, now I need to make sure that I set that attribute. Make sure that this is highlighted here. So genre, world music, set attribute, it changes up here. Set data, it changes over here. Now I know when Ensemble is scheduling a clock for me, when it gets to this point, 1454, it's going to pull an ID, and it's going to make sure that it's a world music genre ID. I'm going to do the same thing here on this cut. It's still on genre, but I'm going to change it to world music and make sure that those attributes are added. Now see, that time I didn't actually throw the song attribute on it. I was just on the original cut itself, and then I added those things to it, and it created it for me. Okay, so I've got a couple of things that identify this as world music, and then the one in the middle, I just want to make sure it's a generic station ID. So I'm going to add that attribute here and set that data. And now, again, when Ensemble is creating the schedule or the playlist for the day, it's going to take a look at this information and adhere to it. So it's only going to pull IDs that are from the world music category here and here, and only from the station genre here. And that's how you quickly add a specific attribute to an audio cut using the Ensemble music scheduling software in DAD.